Can you just like something, give me something, please. Hi guys, and welcome to the episode of Dream Daddy. So, as you guys may have noticed, there's something different. But yes, I installed these butterfly locks myself. Took 12 hours, but I did it. But yeah, I just wanted to give my hair a break, and I'm like, what better way to give my hair a break than to install some butterfly locks? We are gonna go on our date with Damien today. So I'm really particularly excited about dating Damien, especially for our second round. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what Damien and Hugo have to say, and I'm assuming it's a group message, and then from there we will go on our date too with Damien. Hey, are you up to anything tonight? Hugo and I were planning to go to the art walk downtown, and we're wondering if you would care to accompany us. I would normally write a letter longhand, but I run out of distressed parchment paper. Whoa, why can I see Damien and Hugo's chat? Because you're in a group chat, Gray. This is what this is. Am I a hacker? No, Gray. But I don't even have a hacker's alias. The feds are gonna bust down my door any minute now. I've got to destroy this computer. Great, this is a group chat. Oh, thank God. Do either of you guys know how to destroy a computer? You can run Derek's boot and nuke from a startup flash drive. But once you've done that, it's best to physically destroy the platters altogether. Damien, the fuck? The Victorians were well versed in information security. Great. Do you want to go see some art or not? Art is good. Let's go see art. Yeah, let's see that art. Hell yeah. I like art. Damien and Hugo invited me to the monthly art walk in downtown Maple Bay. I've never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. I think I'm here a bit early. I don't see Damien or Hugo around anywhere, and I feel just a little uncomfortable standing among all these fancy art people. Gray? I turn around. Oh, it's Joseph! Hi, Joseph! You liked our date last night? Joseph, what are you doing here?
Oh.
Joseph scoffs at me. What am I doing here? How could you ask me that? I am obviously a huge art, appreciatus? You like art, just say that.
Oh.
Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I'm guessing he invited you too? Yep. Admittedly, a little out of my depth here. Thank God. I thought I was going to be the odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know. Thank God.
Oh.
Yep. I actually get double points when I say it since I'm a minister. He has that minister privilege, Gray. The points get you into heaven. That's how it works. Anyway, where are the guys? I look and spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have just arrived at the gallery. Good eve, good eve, good eve. Oh, good eve, Damien.
Oh.
Evening, friends.
Oh.
Who's ready for some art? I have no idea what I'm in for. Art is dead and nothing is real. I have no idea what I'm in for, but I'm ready. Same. All you have to know is that if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table that has free wine and cheese. I like art now. Yeah, you mentioned food, and Gray is fine. I am fine as well if you mentioned the food.
Oh.
I've got the table in my sights. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go help myself to some tiny wines. But we had our time with Joseph already, that's the thing. And I want to spend more time with Damien, so let's talk art with Hugo and Damien. Mainly Damien. So what's this first place? This particular artist specializes in landscape painting of various locales within the American Northeast. I look at the art. It is rad art. At the risk of sounding uninformed, do all of these landscapes look like butts to you guys? Damien Hugo lean in, examining the paintings in earnest. It would appear as if you are correct. Valid assessment, Gray. Hey, this art stuff's pretty easy. Oh, it gets more complicated. Sometimes the butts are more symbolic. Sometimes the butts are metaphors. Sometimes art is about the butts they don't draw. Interesting. Joseph returns to our group with tiny cheese and wine. What I miss?
Hey.
Butts. Lots and lots of butts.
Oh.
Shame. The cheese is nice though. Shall we visit the next place? Yes, Damien, yes. We leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. This gallery is a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of, I'm not even sure, hang on the walls. Oh geez. What am I looking at here?
Hey.
This is abstract art. I think the more important question is, what does this art mean to you? I stare at the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on its meaning. It's a butt. Just say everything is a butt. Let's get slightly more smart sounding. It reminds me of my childhood. The gestures, the colors, they remind me of my childhood, of my parents. Intriguing that you'd considered something so personal in an image so non-specific, Gray. May I ask you to say a little more? Certainly. Of anything for you, Damien. These vivid, simple forms communicate a solemnity word that is betrayed by the raw expressiveness of the brushwork, which in a way speaks to the essential nature of human experience. The scars left by the passage of time and the turmoil of contemporary life are both contextualized and deepened by the rose-colored echoes of pre-audible consciousness. Whatever Gray said. Slow down there, Gray. Do us a favor and keep it simple. It's a butt.
Oh.
Everyone else stares at the painting. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely a butt.
Oh.
While a valid assessment, I can't help feeling your initial judgment may be closer to the artist's intentions. Maybe you're underestimating how much the artist liked butts. You are a servant of the Lord, sir. You shall not be talking about the butts. Oh my God.
Oh.
We're all God's creatures, even butts. Comparing this piece to the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the sense of isolation he feels creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that's rapidly moving towards digitization. Wow. How do you figure that?
Oh.
That's what it says on the placard. That's what it says right there. If you read, you would know. Come on, Gray. Oh.
Oh.
Let's look at a few more of these. We walk around the gallery, sampling some more of the artist's work. I almost hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artist chooses not to let their work be defined by, what's the word? Realism? Realism. As we're looking at one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. I could do that. Excuse me?
What?
Hugo, not here. No, come back here. The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo fuming right next to him. You say you could do that, but you didn't. You don't seem to have the intellectual depth or the artistic skill to execute a piece even a fraction as impressive as this one. Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems like your self is it's bad, so your art would be bad. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Yeah, Hugo, you need to just back the fuck up.
Oh no.
Friend, he's not worth it.
I don't know.
Hugo manages to cool down. He smooths his jacket.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I just love art very much. We know, buddy. We know. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what would ease the mood? Butts. Butts would ease the mood. Lots and lots of butts. Is it cheese? No.
Oh.
It's wine and cheese. Ooh. Co-signed. The four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and is actual wine and cheese.
Ah.
We got one last stop on the tour. You lot feeling up for it? Is it gonna be any weirder than this art? It is absolutely weirder than this art. Ooh, okay, Damien. Take me, let's go. Let's do it. Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I like weird. Damien, Hugo, and Damien, Hugo, Joseph, and I walk over to a performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate wildly on the ground, screaming both at each other and us.
Oh, Cracker Barrels.
So, quick question.
Ah.
Shoot. What is happening?
Yeah.
I second this question.
Hey.
Performance arts. What does it mean?
Oh.
Again, I pose the very same question to you, Mr. Chi. Butts? Butts undulate. Butts undulate. Butts? What do you think they're trying to say?
Oh.
I believe it's less about what they're saying and more about why they're saying it. I think there's something special about performance arts. With almost every other form of art, music, painting, photography, the artist uses their medium as a conduit for their emotions.
Oh.
With performance art, the medium is the artist. It's the purest expression of raw human emotion. It's art as catharsis. That's beautiful, Damien. So what you're saying is, if I start making really loud fart noises right now, it's art as long as I like really mean it. Damien fixes it with a hard stare. Joseph! I was gonna start making fart noises, but based on the look on your face, that joke isn't gonna play well with this crowd.
Oh.
Oh God. Wise.
Hey.
We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. I think I'm all arted out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together. We make our way back to the cul-de-sac, Tiny Wan and Tiny Cheese sloshing around in my stomach. I think what I've learned tonight, and not just what I've learned about art, which was nice and extremely informative, but what I've learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny wine and tiny cheese together, it eventually becomes regular wine and regular cheese, followed by too much wine and too much cheese. The tiny cheese lulled me into a false sense of security. I felt safe with the tiny cheese. Wax wings too close to the sun.
Oh.
Cheese wings, those would melt in the sun too, and I feel like it's more appropriate imagery. Plus, it'd be delicious. A nice menthaler possibility. Hey, if you guys were painters, what would you paint? I actually dabble in oils. I mostly paint landscapes. I'm not very good, but it's a nice way to pass the time. I think I would focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions, like, for example, luchadors. I think I'd paint boats, seascapes, maybe some lighthouses. Mostly boats. You would seem like the type of person that would do that, Joseph, actually. That's not surprising. Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favor of a long history of religious imagery and artwork. What? Boats are cool.
Oh.
What about you, Gray? Food, because that's all Gray ever thinks about is food.
Oh.
I would probably do still lifes of various foods, bowls of fruit, maybe some bread in there.
Oh.
Would there be cheese involved? See, I thought about that, and no, I can't stare at a pile of cheese for 8 hours without eating some of it, and that would ruin the whole thing. Excellent points. We finally get to the cul-de-sac.
Oh.
All right, boys. Good art. Good art. Agreed. See you guys around? Whether you want to or not, we're all neighbors after all. I head inside to deal with my inevitable cheese over. That was cute. So let's go ahead and actually start the game for real this time. So, hi Damien. Are you ready for our second date? I am. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up Dad book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter. Oh, is it from Grandma?
Huh?
No, it's from Damien. Whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, the dude goes all out. Hell yeah, he goes all out. Yes. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, Dearest Gray, hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of incitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unforeseen, your companionship helped a great deal. Not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirits. And for that, I thank you. And that said, Gray, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema followed by a moonlit stroll would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. With great respect, D. Blood March. Oh. That is so sweet. Damien, fuck yes, we're going to go see a movie and walk under the moonlight and kiss. We're gonna kiss, right? Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Wow, he's good. So you gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I better message him on Dad book and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut.
Whoa!
You have to write him back a real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon.
Yeah.
Tad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like, then enclose them in the letter. Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and pursue showtimes. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2. Evil Never Dies. I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid. Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration of the ennui of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Really? Nah, there's just lots of blood in vampire titties. Look, vampire titties aren't bad. Well, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out. Then sit down at the table with Amanda to try drafting a nice letter. I start writing. Damien, it is I, BlackRose. I appreciate your letter that you sent to me, and I greatly appreciated our time together as well. If you would so kind as to accept this invitation of watching a lovely movie together, I would appreciate it. XOXO Rose. P.S. I will be waiting for you, Damien. Come find me. Oh, God. I'd hope that this letter finds you in good health. Hey, good morrow to you on this fine eve. But I don't want to say good morrow to you on this fine eve because it sounds too, like, Victorian, and he knows we're not really that Victorian. I do hope that this letter finds you good health. Good one. Yes, yes. What's next? Hey, remember when your son tried to cask of Amontillado? That kid! I must confess that my amateur control of the written word. Jeez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let him know how you're feeling. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. I did very much enjoy the adventure. We found ourselves on the last we meet. That earnest shit was pretty messed up. I did find very much... Oh, I did very much enjoy the adventures we found ourselves in the last we met, yes. Not bad. Good action-y sentence. Ask him to hang out already. True art takes time, Amanda. Well, a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. Like Virgo's landscape with the fall of Icarus, I found myself lost in your details. Let me, get at that. This one.
Huh?
Dad. Whoa. I saw it on TV. I am not an actually intelligent person. I'm not an actually intelligent person, Amanda. Gray is like going with the flow. Bring it home, Pops. Let me take you out. I got 2 tickets to the movie. I would very much enjoy your company. Accompany me to the cinema. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. I would very much enjoy your company, Damien, accompanying me to the cinema. You saved it there at the end. I'm sure he'll appreciate your thoroughness. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2 Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Well, carry on. We'll carry on. Hard daps, best wishes. And then I sign my name, my full name. Fancier that way. Gray Chi.
Oh.
Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. Damien, I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. I must confess of my amateur control of the written word, as well as my even more amateur penmanship. I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves on the last we met. Like Brueggel's landscape with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. I would very much enjoy your company, accompanying me to the cinema. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes, Gray Chi. You spelled his name wrong. Shit. What? Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes. I was like, wait, no. Now all you have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can I seal it with tape?
All right.
That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. Amanda leaves the room and returns with the candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. You gotta have a wax seal. She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's that other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses a small piece of wood onto it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing, here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh? Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called my guy. You're funny, Amanda. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. I don't want to know if any of this is true. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and go back home. Mission accomplished. Now we play the waiting game. Ooh. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day, he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? What an entrance Damien. I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for?
Ah!
Jesus, Damien, please calm down. I don't know, I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon?
Huh.
I didn't hear anything. What? That's just Damien's aura, okay, Gray?
What?
Yes, that is your aura, Damien. What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids or perhaps Milk Duds. Ooh, I'll take the Milk Duds. Let's do it. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us. Ugh, my dad's here. I turn around to find Lucian standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will you be attending tonight? My friends are making me see some kids movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies.
Oh my.
You watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Good luck with that, Dad. Lucian rejoins his friends and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. We wait in line for a little longer and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. Is he afraid of these kind of movies? Are you gonna be afraid, Damien? It's okay. I'm right here. You can hold on to me. It's fine. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Is everything okay? Everything is perfectly fine. I'm so excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. Oh, he's scared. That's so cute. Do you have a favorite horror movie?
Oh no.
Of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. No lie though, no. Halloween Town was actually pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie. There were some scenes that as a kid, I'm like, the fuck is this? That shit was low-key kind of scary. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I'd never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies? You must be joking. I love horror movies. The lights dim for the film. This is so adorable. Damien screams. Damien, it's okay. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen and bloody letters, Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Don't detail somebody like that, please, because I'm gonna need some of that. Oh. Awaken, my coven. Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. The three look at each other and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade. This rules. The trio of vampire flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick.
Ah!
We get to a tense moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Ooh. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree. It's good to finally blood you.
Oh my.
Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera.
Ah!
Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hands. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood. Oh God, you better fucking kiss. We better get a kiss at the end. We better. When we get back home, on the way home, we better get a kiss, the cliche kiss at the door. Please. But that is so adorable. Great, just like cuddle him. Do it. Cuddle Damien, please.
What?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Don't be sorry, Damien. Keep holding my hand, please. Damien retracts his hand and places it back on his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic and I got to an extremely scary section. I bet you were, Damien. I bet you were. You're so cute. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. Just grab it, Gray! Just grab it! What's stopping you? Just do it! Just grab the hand! I mean, it's dark, so make sure you grab the actual hand, but grab the hand! Maybe I could do something to try to make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. I don't know about this. Damien will probably hate me. Point out the plot hole. Ask what's happening. Because if I ask what's happening, I feel like that'll be more traumatizing. I guess to lighten the mood. Maybe tell a dad joke? I think. Ooh. Where does a dog go when it loses its tail?
Oh my.
Where? To the retail store. Oh my fucking god, great. I hate these dad jokes so much. Oh god. I yelled that last bit a little too loud for a crowded movie theater, but I can see a smile form on Damien's face.
Oh.
Good one, Gray.
Huh.
The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus Bad Blood and the general's wife embrace each other in his crypt. Ooh. See, this is the point in the movies, especially if there's like a romantic scene like this. This is the point where you get closer to your partner, you grab that hand, and you pull him close to you, Gray. Please, I need this right now, please. It appears that the true vampire crusade was the vampire crusade in our hearts, our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the general's wife begin making out hard. Ooh, yes.
Oh my.
The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen, but then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Carmelo, who watch the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3 Evil Must Die Again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise, he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be. Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Oh yes, because you just got him by your side. It's nice and dark. You have the cool night breeze coming your way. Things can happen in the dark and no one else has to know. It's gonna be great. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. Yes. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn, okay. Here comes a smooth response. Cool. Okay. Thanks. Thanks. No problem. Damien is so cute. Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? We could maybe stop off and grab something to eat.
Oh.
Worry not, my friend. Or worry not, friend, I have a plan. Ooh, do you now? Are you taking me to a park, to a picnic? Did you plan a picnic, Damien? Because if you did, that is some like romantic shit that I need right now. we turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery? What? Are we going in there?
Oh.
A little bit of Victorian flavor, Gray, trust me. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of soft angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him for being in a cemetery. This is strangely romantic. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie. Wouldn't you say? And wouldn't you say this is an appropriate time for you to find a coffin and we can reenact a scene in the movie? to bask in the Victorian flavors. With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket. Oh, he really set up a picnic for us. Damien! That is so sweet. Wait, where were you hiding that? Under my cloak? Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie? I wasn't... He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie, but I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I just have never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite all right. I actually did find myself enjoying this one thanks to your help. Oh, of course. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves.
Oh.
To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of such death brings me great comfort.
Oh.
Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Peaceful enough to go in for a kiss? Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that?
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Huh.
It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us, its shape taking a more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster.
Oh.
Woof. Oh,
Oh.
it's a dog. Well, it's an ugly dog. As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog. Hey. We both look up, not expecting to see. Thanks. Robert, I knew you were lying about the dog. You were lying about having a pit bull. That is not a pit bull. This is lying. See, this is why I don't like Robert. He's just a lying ass motherfucker. I can't deal with that. No.
Huh.
Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids.
Huh.
What? What? I didn't know you had a dog.
Hey.
This isn't my dog. I found her wandering in the street. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. That is your dog, Robert. That's a very, clever way of saying that's your dog. Hunting cryptids, right? Okay. Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure. Wouldn't give her cheese though. Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians loved dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are nice too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. I like dogs. Dogs are so sweet. I do believe we've had enough excitement from one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it, as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin the walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful.
Oh.
Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Kiss. I'm waiting for the kiss. Just kiss. Or a peck on the cheek, anything. I want physical contact. Great. If you allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Oh? Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow. Thank you, Damien. I will use this to dry my tears for those that I've lost. I can't wait to sneeze on this. I'm gonna wave this at passing ships. I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. Oh, he liked that. he loved that. He loved that. Okay. A noble purpose. Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. That was so weird to say. It's nice to feel accepted. Thank you. Oh, of course. I accept you wholeheartedly, Damien. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Can you just like something, give me something, please. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. You better grab his hand, Gray. Grab his hand. I must take my leave. Good night, Gray. Stop him. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Fuck. God damn it. Oh. Are day twos going to just tease the shit out of me? Because I'm gonna hate this. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down onto the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just... Okay, yes. How was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Yeah. Told you. But as it turns out, Damien is... Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Yeah, keep that between. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool, it's scary. Nice save, Gray. Did you know that graveyards used to be the place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that. Yes, you are, Gray. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure that I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will ya? I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight. Oh, that was such a good date. That was so wholesome. I love that. I know I got an S. I got an S. Yes. Oh, that was such a cute date. I love that so much.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I really can't wait for our next date. I am so hyped for the next date with Damien. But I am gonna have to continue the rest of the date twos, and then we can finally go on the date threes. And it's the date threes I'm gonna be super excited for. But of course, I got an S on Damien, because Damien's my favorite. So I better get an S on my favorite. Shit. But anyways, that is time for this episode, unfortunately. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that date I had with Damien. Hope you had an awesome day. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.